Let me ask you a question. What's the hidden cost of living someone else's value? You wake up every morning and go to the motion, to the job that looks great on paper, but you actually hate. Chase the income level your family expects. Deep down, you want to actually rebel. You live in a neighborhood that impresses others, but you are unhappy in your relationships. And so, every night, you feel like you are suffocating. Here's what nobody tells you about success. When you're living according to other people's values instead of your own, you're not just missing out on happiness, you're literally damaging your nervous system. Yeah, okay, so I learned this the hard way. Go back with me. 2017, sitting in my apartment, heart racing, thinking I was going to die. Yes, I had a panic attack. But the real crisis wasn't in my chest. It was in the gap between who I was pretending to be and who I actually am. Stanford University research on what they call self-concordance theory reveals something very devastating. People pursuing goals that align with others people's expectations rather than their own values show a decrease in well-being even when they achieve those goals. The correlation is an R.040. Now, that's massive in psychological research. Now, if that sounds too technical, let's put it in a very simple way. You can have everything you thought you wanted and still feel empty because it wasn't what you actually wanted. Yes, that's pretty much it. Here's how this hidden cost accumulates. When your daily actions contradict your core values, your brain experiences what we just call a cognitive dissonance. It's like you know something is wrong, but you can't quite put your finger on it. You tell yourself, I should be grateful. Look at all that I've accomplished. But deep down, your soul is saying, this isn't me. This isn't what matters to me. The University of Rochester studies tracked people over months and found that those pursuing eccentric values like money, fame, and images showed an increase in anxiety and depression, even when they achieved their goals. Meanwhile, people aligned with extrinsic values, personal growth, relationship, contribution, showed an improvement in well-being regardless of the external outcomes. Yeah, what a shock. So, uncos no te turcos, turcos te uncos. One thing is not all, but all is one. When you betray your values in one area of your life, the disconnection spreads everywhere. Your relationships suffer because you're not authentic. Your health deteriorates because you're chronically stressed. And your financials become chaotic because you are making decisions from fear instead of clarity. But here is what research also shows. Values clarification interventions, which means by simply identifying and affirming what truly matters to you, it creates an immediate improvement in your decision making and life satisfaction. And imagine being in this state every day. That's amazing. The process isn't complicated, but it requires courage. So start by asking yourself, if nobody would judge you, if money wasn't an issue, and if you couldn't fail, what would you actually choose to do with your time? That answer, that's your value trying to speak to you. Multicultural research found that self-concordance predicts well-being universally. So this isn't cultural, it is human. The cost of living someone else's values isn't just unhappiness, it's the slow erosion of your ability to trust in yourself. It's making decisions that look logical but feel wrong. It's achieving goals that don't bring no satisfaction. Research from the University of Pennsylvania shows that people with authentic goal pursuit shows a 200 to 300 higher achievement rate than those driven by external expectations. Go figure. You see, your values aren't selfish. They are your navigating system. When you align your daily investment of your time, your energy, and your money with what truly matters to you, you don't just feel better. You become more effective, more creative, more able to contribute meaningfully to others as well. And that is powerful. And this is what it means to be a life investor instead of a life spender. You stop spending your life trying to meet other people's expectations and start investing in becoming who you are meant to be. The hidden cost of living someone else's values is that you never get to discover who you actually are. But the research is clear. It's never too late to start. Okay, bye.